Hey people! That was a very whiny voice. Sorry. Let's try again. Hey, how's it going? I am in a pretty good mood and I shall explain why. Today I wanted to go to IKEA, and in my life I have been to IKEA, I think it's either one or two times in my life. And even that was at least a good few years ago, that I went to IKEA. Anyway, I have been feeling much better. I will explain why. And so I decided, because my partner's got the day off today, that we would go to IKEA. So normally, because of the distance that I am from the nearest IKEA, I thought it's going to be a 2-pill affair. Oh my God, you can see the state of my desk from here. Yeah, I thought it's going to be 2 pills and yeah, it's going to be scary. And then I thought, no, Caroline, come on, because I had a session with my therapist yesterday and he was saying about pushing boundaries, feeling the discomfort, the anxiety, perhaps the beginning of an anxiety attack or the beginning of a panic attack, and sitting with it and feeling it and actually experiencing those emotions again, which obviously when you get to the point where you panic, everything goes out the window. And that's my biggest fear, is to get to the panic point. But we had a big long talk, and we have done for many months now. And I thought, yeah, I need to start experiencing more discomfort instead of running from it and hiding from it. And I thought today is a good example. So although there was no way I'd be able to do it medication free, that's too big a jump. But I thought I would normally take 2 milligrams of lorazepam to get to this destination. I thought I'm going to take 1 lorazepam. So I took 1. I was unsure how it was going to go, so I put a lorazepam in my pocket so that if things got desperate, I had it in my pocket. It was close to hand. So anyway, we had so many things to get done today. Taking his car to the garage, going to B&Q, choosing some paint, going to B&M. I had to pick something up from the doctor's. Then we needed to go to the dump. I had a boot full of goodness knows what. And so we had all these things on. And then the heavens opened. It absolutely hammered it down. Now, the plan was, because Maro's car was going into the garage, the plan was that he was going to drive my car. And out of nowhere, I said, shall I drive? And he was like, yeah, if you want to drive, you drive. So I thought, do you know what? I'm going to drive. Worst comes to the worst, if I start feeling, I can pull over into a lay-by and we can swap seats. And if need be, I've got a lorazepam in my pocket. It's going to be fine. And off we went, and the rain got steadily worse and worse and worse. My windscreen wipers were on full speed, and it was still difficult to see where you were going. Now, this journey, I don't know how many miles it is. It was about a 40-minute drive, and I don't mind admitting, I know I was, for the long straights, there was quite a few long dual carriageway moments where I was doing 80. So I wasn't hanging about. And I just went for it. I just thought, come on, let's just do it. Let's just get there. And he's actually quite a nervous driver, which made me chuckle. And I was absolutely fine. I did a minuscule amount of clock watching, because obviously when you've got the sat nav on, it tells you what time you're going to reach your destination. So I did, every now and again, I would compare. And then I thought, no, stop that. Let's just focus on the road, because it's quite hard to see with all this rain. Anyway, I didn't make any mistakes, and we got there. All was good. We got out the car, headed to IKEA, and then we saw the queue. Now I'm going to insert the queue here, and you can see our dilemma. Okay, so did you see that? I think I may have used a little bit of bad language. I can't honestly remember, but I know I was absolutely miffed. We were told that it was approximately a 1 hour wait in a freezing cold multi-story car park underneath IKEA. And I just thought, no, sorry, that's not for me. No, don't want to do it. Because I only wanted one item. I wanted one chest of drawers for my son. That was it. I didn't need anything else. I haven't got any money for anything else. And so we both agreed that we weren't going to do it. So we went back out, and he said, well, let's go to Asda. And then I saw Asda. I'll show you Asda and insert the video here. It seems my trip for today is going to be to a fucking ridiculously massive Asda, and I'm in a shitty mood with Asda. I wanted IKEA. So yeah, Asda was ginormous, and I've never been in I don't think I've ever been in a grocery store that was that size. I wasn't enthused. I actually behaved like a stroppy teenager. My biggest focus before we even got in the shop was I need a wee, I need a toilet, and that is top of my list. That is the priority at the moment. So yeah, we got in. I managed to use the toilet. There was a huge queue, lots of waiting, masks, gel, you name it. It was going on. Anyway, we did our little food shop. The shop was enormous. We didn't even look at half the stuff. We just, got what we needed. And then it was time to go home. And because I was in such a crappy mood that I hadn't managed to get to IKEA, which was my ultimate goal in my head, that I let Mauro drive home. But I would say the thing to remember, what's the matter? Jump. Come on, I've got a little baby. You can jump. You can jump that far. Come on. You can do it. I've got faith in you. Come on. Come on. Jump. She will not jump. She is such a princess. Okay. Yeah, I hit my goal, but I didn't hit my goal through no fault of my own. You know, I did what I set out to do, as in I got to IKEA, but I didn't get in IKEA. But I was really chuffed that I didn't let my mind run away with me. And what I kept reminding myself was that it's all about perception. It made me think about, before we set off, if you start telling yourself that something is going to be awful and scary, it's the self-fulfilling prophecy. You know, you are making it that way before you've even gone. And I am, all right, this one watching, sorry, he's watching telly and he can see dogs and it's all a bit, yeah. Watching dogs. Oh, well. Sorry, I think the video got cut off because my son phoned up because he's going to need a lift home tonight because he's at work. So, anywho, my point was that try not to overthink things before you've left. And if you are thinking about the what ifs and trying to think ahead of where you're going, what you're doing, how long it's going to take to get there, and the methods, and, you know, am I going to have that available to me, and that, and what if that goes wrong, and how will I react? Do your best to try not to predict the future, because you do not have special powers. Nobody has a true crystal ball, and we can't see around the corner. So we're not doing ourselves any favours by telling our brain that something's going to be awful when we don't actually know that it will be. because I proved to myself today that I honestly thought I was going to need 2 doses of medication. But because I stayed with my feelings, I also kept more involved in what was going on. Normally, I'll go into shutdown mode. Normally, when we're doing something I find difficult, I literally just close off, almost go into my bubble. And I don't think that's helpful, because then that's when you're doing all the overthinking. Because I was driving, I was having to be a bit more with it. And every now and again I'd get asked a question or whatever, or I'd hear something on the radio and it would catch my attention. And that was a good thing. So yeah, I'm not saying I've moved mountains today, but I am pleased with what I have achieved. You know, I did a big journey that I would normally find really difficult. Something's obviously burnt in the kitchen because I can hear swearing. And yeah, although I didn't get the chest of drawers that I wanted, which pissed me off, it has made me feel a bit more enthused about trying other things on less and less medication. Push the boundaries, feel the discomfort, stick with it if you can, and yeah. And although it might not feel nice at the time, once it's over, you get the glory, you know. I'm sitting in my glory here at the moment. I've had a glass of wine and I am sitting in my glory that I did something that I, in the past, have found very, very difficult and have needed days, if not weeks, to build up to doing. And today I just did it and drove in the pouring rain. So yeah, hope you enjoy this video. We'll speak soon.